Good morning, everybody. Hi. Let me hit record. That way we don't black out when I'm not expecting it. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh my goodness, it's so great to see everybody here. Thank you all so much for your emails yesterday. You know who you are, and I truly appreciate it. I have the best viewers in YouTube land, and I absolutely love our family. I think it's wonderful. I'm going to give everybody a minute to get here because I've got something very cool to show you guys. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tiny. Yeah. Can you guys pop the video a thumbs up while you're at it? You know, it's free. Not going to charge you anything to do that. And it helps YouTube to know that this is great content and you guys really enjoy it. I'm on coffee cup number 2. I've been awake since, 4:30. So I'm a little bit more awake today than I was yesterday. Oh my goodness, it's awesome to see you guys here. Woo! I did finish appliquing Santa yesterday. Let me show you guys. Ta-da! Didn't he turn out cute? Look at him. How about that? Isn't that adorable? Absolutely adorable. So the plan with this guy now is I'm going to trim him up, and I'll cut the stabilizer off the back, okay, close to the stitching. And I'm going to trim him up, and I'm going to add borders to the outside of this. And then I'm going to create a quilt sandwich of the backing face down, the batting, and then the top. And then I'm going to run it through the luminaire and do some background stippling all around the applique and the words and all that. So that's the plan. Now, I don't have him all trimmed up today, but I will take you through how to do that on the luminaire if you would like to see. So that is the lesson plan for the day. Marcia, I know how that goes. You guys, this is part of our existence, is it not? She's trying to cut out a quilt, but she's got a cat on the fabric. Oh my goodness. Don't they know? I think they do know. And it's more like, pay attention to me, please. I think that's awesome. I love cats. Keith loves them too. We didn't have cats for the longest. Well, when I met Keith, I had 2 cats. So I was active duty at the time, and I traveled like Monday through Friday. And so I had 2 cats, and they could keep each other company while I was gone. And I lived in an apartment, and it was great, you know. So I had somebody to be happy to see me when I got home on Friday. That was always nice. But when I left on Sunday afternoon or Monday morning and had to fly out and go TDY again, they were fine. So Donna wants to know, what size is this hoop? This is the largest hoop in the industry right now. This is a 10.5 by 16. This thing is ginormous. I literally, at a class I was doing in Tempe, I took this hoop and I put it over my head and I brought it down my body and I stepped out of it. That's how big it is. Oh, good thing I lost weight on Weight Watchers back in 2022, or I'd have got stuck. That'd have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? Sharon's finishing up bringing home the Christmas tree. I love this quilt. That is a Lori Holt quilt, and I made that several years ago. And it is so stinking cute. I need to get it out. I really do need to get it out. That's nice. Yep. Oh, really? Oh, Jane, that's interesting. I was told it was for the whole store. Jane says she tried PTWT at Mo Queens and it didn't work. It's only for specific items. that was not my understanding. I will call them today and straighten that out. And if I misspoke, I apologize, but I was under the impression it was for free shipping on everything. Yeah. So thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, I'll get with them today. Anyway, okay, one more CLA oil. I take these. Doesn't do anything but a tiny bit of an appetite suppressant. It helps quite a bit. So, all right. What do we got here? I wanted to show you guys. I've been teasing this for a while, and because you're here in the stitch, oh, I didn't say hello. Hi, everybody. I'm Becky from the YouTube channel Power Tools with Thread, and you are in our Stitchuation room. So welcome, friends. Thank you to everybody who is new. We meet here Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Central, and we stitch or not, just as you would do at a quilt retreat. We have a virtual quilt retreat. And Annette says she watched my cuties video, volume 2. What, sweetheart? And that you're going over how to download the CD. Didn't know how to do that. Well, good for you. Yeah, you know, that's one of the things that, believe it or not, I mean, before I retired from civilian service, this is after the military, you know, the Air Force, the entire Department of Defense came out with, thou shalt not put a USB into your computer on the government network. You're not allowed to do that at all. And that's to protect the network from all kinds of bad things that people, you know, or you can't plug your phone in to charge your phone at your computer. You can't do any of that. And so the people would do it inevitably. And I was the security officer that would have to go over there and confiscate their machine and take it to the guys down in the tech shop so they could wipe and reload the machine and make sure it didn't have any viruses on it or anything. And I would go and tell people, like young active duty troops, you put a USB in your machine, because it would light up on our screen and they go, oh, we don't. And I'd go down there and say, you plugged in a USB into your machine. And these people would go, USB? Like they didn't understand what that was. And they were in their 20s. And I'm thinking, okay, the average bear does not understand the tech language. They don't understand the processes. And so when I first started my channel, I actually made quite a few videos with little tech tips in them, or specifically for how to download something from the internet and save it to a USB so that you could take it to your machine, or how to send it wirelessly if you were using some kind of software that would do that. And had a lady the other day leave a comment that she had to rely on someone else to download things for her to a USB because she only had a phone and an iPad. Well, I left a reply. If you only have an iPad, maybe even on a phone, I think. Anyway, if all you have is a tablet, they make what's called a hub. And this hub, since she said she had a tablet, I'm assuming she had an iPad. Maybe she said she had an iPad. But there's a hub with a lightning cable that you can pop into the iPad, and then it's got USB ports on it. So you can download your designs to your iPad and then move them to a USB using that hub. You're not at the mercy of asking other people to do things for you anymore. So if you are in a hurry, that's kind of a thing. So it's kind of neat. But Marcia said that she got her So Tights magnetic cutting mats, her mat, and it's a game changer. So yes, I was using that the other day too, and I love mine. You can, that thing holds fabric so tight, it's not going to wiggle around as you're trying to cut. And if you are in a season of life where you might have a tremor, or you're not as strong as you used to be, and it's hard to, hold things tight to get that rotary cutter, definitely is worth it, to invest in one of those so that you can continue to cut your blocks and quilt. So anyway, you hate your internet, Roxanne? Oh, bless your heart. I hate mine too. I keep looking at mine, making sure it's blinking over here on the side, and I'm still connected to y'all. So I hope you guys are finishing UFOs. You might be tidying, even if you're just sitting there and tidying a drawer, going through something. 'Tis the season to purge, because we've got the holidays coming up. So there's going to be a lot more goodies coming into our sewing room and things we want to finish. And if you've got old stuff sitting around nagging at you to do something with it, it might be time to just give yourself permission to let it go if you know you will never finish it in this lifetime, and let it go to a guild or to a fabric store that might sell crumbs or whatever it is, a donation or something like that, the 4-H, whatever, and make room for those things that you definitely want to do and you're excited to work on them. So, oh, the kid's here. That's my stepmom. Hi, Sandy. Good morning. How are you? Glad to see you here. You know what? This morning, Sandy, and it must have been because I was talking about Dad the other day here on the channel, but I had a dream about him this morning, and it's the first time in 10 years almost that I had a dream. He came to visit me and gave me a hug. It was a great way to start my day. Okay, Terry did 6 mug rugs from Kimberbell yesterday. Yes, congratulations. That's awesome. Good for you. Julianne's folding laundry. Whatever y'all are doing, this is great. Thank you for having me as part of your morning. All right, you guys, I teased this the other day, but I wanted to show y'all. I got a new Flexi Spot desk. It's a desk or a table or whatever you want. This is traditionally used for gamers, okay? And I had seen them a couple of years ago, and I was like, what? Is it good quality or whatever? And then about 2 weeks ago, I was watching a lady give a tour of her sewing room. She's a garment seamstress, and she had a Flexi Spot desk. And this desk, it's a standing desk. So I want to show you guys. I get asked all the time, what table do you have let me move this. What table is your Luminaire on? Now, you guys, this Luminaire, the Brother Luminaire, and even if you've got the Stellar, this thing is huge. It's almost 50 pounds. Let me hit okay. It's almost 50 pounds. I think it's like 45, okay, or 46 pounds. I don't know. And it's very, very big, okay? And I was more interested in aesthetics than I was functionality when I got all of this furniture from my sewing room. And all of this furniture is from IKEA, okay? And I can't remember the name of the tabletop, and then it had the Adelis legs underneath, which just the 4 straight legs. When this thing was doing a blanket stitch or a wide zigzag satin back and forth, the whole table shook, chung, 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 chung. And you guys could see it. Even I could just touch the screen and the table would shake. It was not stable. It was almost, I had to have Keith take a bracket and mount the table to the wall. Okay. So anyway, I saw this Flexi Spot desk and I thought, okay, I'm going to check this thing out. Y'all, let me tell you something. This thing is serious. The size I have is I wrote it down, the 28 by 55, because I wanted the depth of it to be about the same. And it is the same depth as this table back here, it just sticks out a little bit further because the leg underneath it touches the wall and won't allow the back of the table to sit flush against the wall. But look at this, you guys. I can't shake it. I love this thing. I absolutely love it. It weighs a ton. It comes in 2 boxes and you cannot do it by yourself. This is a 2-man job to put this thing together. I'll tell you that right now. This is the E7W Pro, and I got it in white. So I do have the aesthetics now. I really wanted it in white and I didn't see it before, but they have upped their game and now I've got the white flexi spot table. So this is a standing desk. This thing, we went black for a second. I want to make sure my internet held up. We're good. It's blinking. Okay. So it's got a little thing right here with, oh, I touched it. It's going up. Look at this. It comes with a nice thing of cable minders. Okay. So I have set, that's my standing height at 38.4. Let me zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. Look at, here's the control panel. See that? This is Flexi Spot. So hello, good morning. Yep, look at that. So I can stand here now. I'll zoom back out. Okay, I can stand here now if I wanted to, which sometimes it's nice to have it, especially when I've got both machines going and I'm walking back and forth. I love this. So it's right up here. This thing is not going anywhere. I absolutely love it. So we've got a standing person. Let me get back up here on the control panel so you guys can see. I've got a code in the description box below. If you're interested in getting one of these, you can get $30 off 500, a purchase of 500 or more. So here's the standing guy and there's the sitting guy. Okay. So I have set these to be standing or sitting. So this is a memory and it's got a USB port in here, which is pretty handy. This right here, this helps you to set the memory, but there's a little tiny up here in the corner. See that little, there's a lock. If you hold that for 5 seconds, it'll lock the table so that it doesn't move. So if you have little ones that want to come in and mess around with your table, you can lock that and the table won't move. Also, you can hold on to these two right here and at the same time and set a sensitivity level so that if it's coming down and it bumps into the head of a toddler, it will automatically stop and it won't continue to go down. But I want to be sitting, so I'm just going to touch. Look at that. And it goes, this is the measurement. And I made it stop flush with the rest of my tables. Look how quiet that is. Oh my gosh, you couldn't. I love this thing. Absolutely love it. I can't tell you guys enough. My shirt says I just had an out of bobbin experience and it left me stitchless. So yeah, this is the Flexi Spot table. It's got a nice tray up underneath in the back for cord management. So the cords are all cleaned up. I don't have a bunch of cords down under here. Y'all, I love this thing. It is awesome. So also on the other table, the luminaire was way up here, sitting close to the front in order to leave enough room in the back for this big arm and the hoop to go all the way to the back. Now, because of the way the thing is designed, I can move the luminaire farther back. It's not so close to the edge of the table anymore. So I'm very, very happy with this. Very happy. And it's white on top and the legs are white as well. See, they've got the T legs. Yeah, the white. So I've got the aesthetic. I love it. Flexi Spot. Worth every penny. Very happy with this. Mine is the E7W Pro is the one I have. And you get a book, of course, and it tells you how to put it together and everything. And then it is a good investment. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. And then they've got a page back here in the back that tells you how to do all of the buttons right there so that you can set everything on your buttons. You're short. How far down will it go? I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's see. Joan wants to know. She says she's short. So let's see. I'm going to press this down 25 inches. How about that? Look at that. It's right at my knees. How about that? That's cool. So I want it to go back to my sitting position. So I'm just going to touch memory number 2. And it stops at 28 where I want it. How about that? That is so cool. I love it. Yeah, I have looked high and low for a table. And I looked a lot at like koala and horn. Fantastic furniture for sewing rooms. Absolutely fantastic. The issue that I had with them is that, yes, they have the hydraulics, but the hydraulics are to move the machine up and down. Okay. Well, my machine doesn't need to move up and down because I leave my embroidery arm on all the time. So my machine always sits in the up position, but I wanted to get a standing desk so that it could be up, and I'm loving it. So I think I've found the perfect solution and a great fit for my sewing room. So I'm real happy about that. Anyway. Okay. Oh, and they've got, comes in 3 different sizes. I've got the paper here to tell me. Do I have it on here? No, I don't have it on here. I have it somewhere else. Anyway, I've got a code below in the description box, YTB30. And that'll give you $30 off a purchase of $500 or more. So, hey, that'd buy you a daily deal somewhere, right? I'm sorry, Candace. She says she spent so much money because of me. Y'all, again, the kids can have the house. I like to be comfortable day to day. And I was never, ever recommending my sewing table to you guys because it just was not good enough quality. And Keith hates IKEA furniture. He hates it. He's actually building a new, out in the driveway, because we're having such nice weather now. He's building a new carport, a table for the print moda. So he's doing that. But you're 6 foot high. Sue says Sue's 6 feet. She wants to know how high it will go. Well, here's the other end of the spectrum. Let's do it, shall we? Let's push it all the way up. Let's see how high we get. So I'm 5'9", Sue. Oh, hold on. I've got my cords. I'm already at 42. Okay, so it's already here. My cords are down in I've got my cords attached and bundled so that it won't go all the way. But look, I mean, you can be 6 feet tall and this will work for you. Yeah, I'm wet. Look at this. I mean, my luminaire is already at my shoulder and I'm 5'9". So yeah, this is it. Let me see here. I'm going to go back to sitting. My cords are getting all pushed away. I also really like the fact that it's not full of drawers under here. I like that I've got room to sit and maneuver and turn and all that. And I've got drawers, the dreaded IKEA Alex set. I've got that right here. And I like that. That's fine. I've got one back here too. Okay. So I've got drawers. I don't need new drawers. Love this table. Okay. Let me move that. All right. Oh, good. Debbie got her McQueen order. That's great. Yeah. You didn't mess up my cords, Sue. She just looks like a winner. Sorry, I messed up your cords. You didn't. So I just don't like my, I don't like cords showing down here. And so these things, they're stacked on top of one another. Those are full of cords. That's cord management. I've got so much stuff because this wall doesn't have a lot of, but you know, I've got 3 machines. I don't have a lot of plugs on the wall. So there's a lot of cords that roll in here. And then sitting on top of that even is the, what's that? The, what's it called? It says Cyber Power. It is a surge protector. So the one that's under here, that's, I've got one on the Luminaire and I've got one on Spanky, my 10 needle. And what this does is if the power cuts off while the machine is on, it continues to provide power and allows you to kind of gracefully shut off the machine so that you're not, automatically just, you know, power surge on these expensive machines. But, oh, good. She got her quilt binding long arm ruler, the groovy long arm binding ruler on Saturday. I'm so glad you're happy. The site says it goes up to 50.6 inches, Julianne says. Okay, that's great. That's tall. Yeah, that's really tall. So this was designed for gamers because a lot of gamers will stand, you know. And it was originally in black and brown, and I really wanted white, so I was hesitant to look at it. But then I saw they had white, and I was like, oh, yeah, I got to have that. The specs say 25 to 50. You guys are all over that website. That's awesome. Very good. Okay. My goodness. So what I was going to do this morning was show you guys. I'm not going to do it now because I don't have Santa all. I don't have him all. I don't have him pieced together with his borders. But I wanted to show y'all. Kim, it is from Flexi Spot. Look what I did yesterday. I sewed the back. I sewed the end of the side of the shirt. Yeah, it's a Flexi Spot desk table. It's really a table. It's a standing table, standing desk. Love it. Best I've found. I just needed something that was going to keep this Luminaire from shaking all over the place. I was always worried too that that all of that shaking might cause the registration to be off. I'm not sure that would matter, but I was always worried about it. So, all right. I'm not going to do this, but I do want to show you how. I've got a couple of videos showing how I did this. Daisy, I don't think I understand. You have a long arm and 2 Juki machines, so you're just learning how to use an advert. Would I recommend? I think we've got some typos, sweetie. I don't get that. Well, hi, Cindy. It's your first time in the chat. You've never watched live. Welcome. Glad you're here. Oh, I'm very normal, sort of. I'm a little abnormal, actually. She says she likes how normal I am. Yeah, so this type of thing, you guys, I don't work for a brother. I don't work for a store. I'm a home hobbyist just like you. And the things that happen in my sewing room also happen in your sewing room. So one of the things I love is to be able to show you how to do workarounds. When stuff happens, there's always a way to work around it for the most part. Last resort is to start over if possible, right? So, oh, she wants an embroidery machine. Daisy said she meant embroidery machine. Buy the most machine you can afford that takes a USB and has at least a 6x10 hoop. If you can do larger, then I recommend that. The Brother Stellaire is the baby sister to this one. And I actually just learned the other day, I was having a private lesson with a lady and she has a Stellaire and she was asking me about how to get designs back and forth. And so uh, while we were in the lesson, I'm like, okay, I've got to figure this out too. And so I watched a video how to get designs from the little iPhone that they give you with the Stellaire over to the Stellaire. So that was pretty cool. Oh, and I want to show you guys something cool too. I'm going to share my screen with you. So not yesterday, was it yesterday? Day before, when I scanned my finger on the letters. So to make the letters on this, I took the pattern and laid it in the hoop and scanned the lettering into the luminaire. Okay. I scanned it into it and then created the embroidery design and let the luminaire digitize the embroidery design. A lady sent me, Gloria, she said, while everybody was chatting, I was taking notes. And I'm so proud of what she did. So let me show you. I'm going to share my screen. Her grandson loves, good morning, Angela. Her grandson loves Clifford, the big red dog. So she found a picture of Clifford out on Google. Let me share this. This is my email, you guys. So let me make sure you can see what I see. Yes. So here is Clifford, and she found this image out on Google and she printed it out and then she put it on. This is the scanning mat for the luminaire. Okay. And then she digitized it. And then look, you guys, she stitched it out with fleece. How cute is that? That is just adorable. So I love it. I'm so proud of you guys when you do things like this. That is just adorable. Mary, it is a Flexi Spot desk. What desk is it? Oh, mine is the E7W Pro in white. E7W Pro in white. Yes, I'm just so impressed with you guys. That's something I don't think to do. So I get so much inspiration from y'all too when I see that and I'm like, oh, look. And then Katie, I don't have a picture of it up. Katie comes in here every once in a while. She printed out she has a print Moda, the brother printer that prints fabric. And maybe I can pull it up and show you guys. I think she sent it to me in an email. So let me get back and do this. And I'm going to do a search. I got to show you guys. So she used Artspira app to bring up a sample of some fabric. And so she chose a fabric background. Then she imported a picture of her daughter's dog. It's a Doberman, onto the picture and put it where she wanted it and put some lettering. I've got it right here. Yes, this is adorable. I've got to show you. This is so fun, you guys. Okay, now I'm going to present my screen. I found it. I've got to make it so that y'all can't see Katie's email address. That's not cool. Okay. So here's what she did. So this fabric with the hearts is from Print Moda. That's a template that's in Print Moda. And then she put a picture of the Doberman and it says, "Hi, Mom" on there. She added the lettering. And then this is an in the hoop sunglasses, like a glasses case. And she made that for her daughter. So how cool is that? That is so awesome. I wouldn't think to do that. So that just goes to show you can take anything out of that Print Moda and turn it into a project and a gift. So neat. The inspiration from y'all is just awesome. So yeah. Cindy, you need to quit getting your laundry in the way of all of this. Laundry can wait. We're busy. Good morning, Frito. My little dog just came in through the doggy door. Come here, baby girl. Frito's here this morning. Hi, darling. Hello, love. Yes. Hello. Hello. Good girl. So I was telling y'all we had cats. And when we first got married, Becky, do I have a code for the Flexi Spot? Yes, Kim. It's underneath the video, but it's YTB30. And that will give you $30 off a purchase of 500 or more on the Flexi Spot. So, yep. That gives you just a little bit of a discount. So a little bit better than, is that a little bit better than 10%? Math, early, right? Early math. So anyway, we had cats, and then we had my first blue heeler, and Australian cattle dog, and she was a cat killer. So we couldn't have cats. And then this one, I don't know if she'd kill it, but she'd chase them. So I can't have a cat with these kind of dogs around. Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea, Sue. Sue says she has an inexpensive yoga mat under her luminaire and it helps with the vibration. You know, I just got rid of a yoga mat. I didn't even think of that. That's a great idea. Yeah, I love how you guys share all these tips. You always learn something here. Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit more than 10%, Cindy. Thank you for the math. Oh, 10% would be $50. You're right. So it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but it is what it is. That's what they gave me, right? To give to you. Anyway. Uh-oh. Yeah. Everything we do is expensive, Daisy. It's just the way it is. There's nothing for it. Bernadette needs a new table because of all the things I mentioned. I'm telling you, you guys, the table that your machine sits on is just as important as the machine itself. It's a solid foundation for how the machine behaves. You know, you've got to have it on something that can withstand the weight and that will handle the shake, especially on those wide zigzags and those blanket stitches. Okay, so I have been teasing this long enough. I'm going to show you guys how I would do stippling around Santa. So I'm going to pop the hoop in here. I'm not doing it now because I don't have him. I've got to get the borders on him and got to get the quilt sandwich made. So I'm just going to bring this up here so you guys can see. So I'm going to go into my design center, and it's IQ Design on a baby lock. You can do the same thing, but if you got a Stellaire, let me get you in here. Okay, so I'm going to go to my design center. Now, remember we've got the button with the leaf, we've got a memory, and then we have, this is a percentage of view, 100%, and a hand to pan. This little grouping right up here is for drawing, and we used that to capture the lettering. And then we've got this group right here, and this is for fill, and that's to dump. That's why you got a paint bucket and dump something into the fill. And then we have an eraser and a shape. So the first thing I need to do is to take a picture of the project so that the machine knows what it needs to start to work with. So I'm going to hit the scan button right up here, and I'm going to do an image scan right here. Instead of the line design like we did last time, I'm going to do an image scan. I'm going to hit scan and tell it okay. I'm pretty sure it's image scan. It's been a minute since I've done this. It might be line design, but I don't think so. Yeah, Michelle has her embroidery machine on marble and it doesn't move at all. That's great. Bye, Carrie. Have a great day. Enjoy yourself. All right. See how that big hoop went all the way to the back and it didn't hit anything. I love it. Design Center is a lot of fun. Julianne says she needs to play with it more. It is a lot of fun. I don't do a lot with it, but I know how to do what I do. Okay. So now we can see Santa. It took a picture and we can see Santa. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to use a stipple. Okay. That's the easiest way to do this. Bernadette's got the right idea. She says her philosophy is you can't take it with you. Spend it while you're alive. That's right. Okay. So I'm going to get my, I'm going to get a little stylus. Any stylus will do. The one that comes with the machine is kind of big and clunky. And so I like a smaller one. So now we need to tell the machine the shape that we need to dump our stippling into. So the first thing you want to do is hit a shape. So remember I told you this is the eraser and these are shapes. This is a blank canvas right now. And so it's going to need to be told how big, what shape do you want me to fill? So I'm going to touch the shape button and I'm just going to choose the square. You can do all different kinds of shapes, whatever you want, but I'm going to choose the square and tell it okay. Once you choose the shape, the size button becomes active. Before it was grayed out. And there's a little red line. I'm going to get you way in so you can see the red line. Okay. Okay. So you can see the red line right here, the red square around Santa. Okay. So I'm going to touch the size button. And Brother did a fabulous thing. You used to have to only be able to use these buttons right here to move the shape, change the shape size like that. You could, horizontally, vertically, all in, all out, whatever. And that's what you used. Well, the engineers on the XP2 upgrade gave you a keypad, which is very cool. I'm going to touch the keypad. And now it wants to know, well, how tall do you want it to be? I'm going to tell it to be 15 because I have a 16-inch hoop. And I'm going to hit set 0.0. And I'm going to hit set. And then the next one highlighted, and it's a 10.5-inch hoop. So I'm going to tell it 9.75. You've got to have a little bit of extra around the edges. Okay. And I'm going to tell it set. So look now, I'm tell it okay. And I'll back out a little bit. So now look how big the field is, the red box. That's how big the red box is now. Okay. So now it's that size. Kim wants to know, everything I do on the luminaire, can it be done on the 10 needle? Oh, Kim, I'll have a conversation with you about the 10 needle. Yes, you can. The only difference is it doesn't have this big of a hoop, but yes, it's got a 9x14. Okay. Cause it does have design center on it. All right. So now I need to pick a stitch to put into the box. So I've got the picture now. Now I've got the box. I've got the shape I want to fill. I'm going to choose, I'm just going to touch the stitch right here. My finger works better. So we have some straight stitching. We've got stipple, and then we have all kinds of designs. You can hit this select button and you can do all of these things. I don't care to do this for background quilting because it's too dense for me for quilting. If you needed it for something else, it would work. But I'm going to tell you something. If you try to match up these little ends on this, you'll drive yourself bats. I don't recommend it. So I'm going to get out of that, and I'm just going to tell it stipple. I prefer the stipple for this. and it's going to do it in a red color, which is probably not good because Santa has a lot of red on his coat. So I'm going to do it in a bright yellow color. That's just for the screen. Okay. I'm going to tell it okay. So now I've told it, I've chosen a stipple in a yellow. And now what I want to do is I want to dump the stipple into the shape that I created. So I'm just going to hit the paint bucket and I'm going to tap in the shape. And there it is. Okay. You can do this on your Solaris. Yes, you can do it. Absolutely. So now what we got is we've got Santa covered completely by stipple. All right. I need to erase the stipple off of Santa. And so now I'm going to touch the eraser button and I'm going to make my eraser a lot bigger. Big, 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 big. That'll work. And then I'm going to take my stylus and I'm just going to, what I normally do is like, you know how on a puzzle you do the edges first? I'll go around the edges first. And just outline Santa with just a tiny bit of eraser around the outside of his shape so that it'll get as, whoops, that's fine. So it'll get as close as possible to the shape, to the applique without, you know, going into it. Okay. This is the easiest way to do this, y'all. I've got a little bit out here. I need to do a tiny bit like that. I've got some lettering right here that I don't want stippling on. But I do want it around the lettering. Okay. Anywhere that you've got stipple, it's going to stitch. So now that I've done around the outside, I'm going to go ahead and just start seriously. I mean, see, get this as big as I can, or as real big. And I'm just going to start erasing. Okay. And just erase as much as possible. You do not want to leave one thing in here or it will create a stitch. It'll digitize it. And I'll show you a trick so that you can see how to make sure you get it all. All right. This is so fun. I have so much fun playing with this. I can't believe Brother came out with this amazing thing. Okay, let me get his face. Sometimes my finger. Y'all, there's a YouTube channel. Terry Maffitt had it years ago called Just Stitching with the Brother Luminaire. Even if you have a Solaris, you need to watch that channel. She teaches so much. Now, she takes care of her husband now and hasn't made videos in a couple of years. But still fabulous content. She's out of Louisiana or Mississippi somewhere. All right. Okay. So I purposely left a couple of tiny little dits so you can see this. Okay. Now what you do is I'm going to go, it's right now, I've got a shading thing up here. Let me go light. So I went to the lightest setting. Now I can see the little dits that are in that I missed. And you guys want to get those because the machine will turn them into stitches. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. That looks good. I'm going to go back a little darker. This looks great. I'm still on my, I don't want that touching his coat. So you can fiddle with this till you drop over dead. Okay, so this is going to work. I like it. Once you get it to this point, I'm going to hit memory right now. And I'm going to save it in the machine because I don't want to go through that again. Now it looks like a really tight stipple. When you hit next, it's going to go into the digitizing where it's going to create an option for you to be able to change how dense your stippling is. I'm going to tell it next. Here we go. Kind of hard to see. So let me go into my color again, and I'm going to turn it into a dark blue. There we go. And so now I can see how dense that is. And let's see. This is the width box. You've got, I'm not sure what that box is right there, but the width box, 0.200. I'm going to touch that, and I'm going to bring it up to like 4 or 4.5, 4.48. Tell it okay. And it, there. See, now look at that. That's awesome. Okay. So 0.448. I wish Brother would give us a keypad on here too. So I'm going to take, now you got to look, because I'll show you. Right here, we have some stitches that go to nowhere. This one right here and this one right here. So 0.448 is a little big. I might need to touch it again and bring it down. .408. Tell it okay. There. That one connected. This one did not. This one did not. So that's just, you just kind of have to play with it a little bit, but that's still a great stipple distance right there. It still looks really good. Okay. Yeah. You can look at it. Now to do, where'd y'all, okay, here it is. Now I need to do the bottom half. Grab this. It only did the top half of that thing. Tell it, now when I tell it set, it's going to exit Design Center, and it's going to jump into embroidery. All right. I didn't do the whole thing. I only did part of it up here. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff y'all can fiddle with on here, but I just wanted to show you that's how you play around with that. And those are the steps and the processes to do that. Okay. You guys got to play around with it. Get in there. And you're not going to break anything. Just poke around with it and hit, by the end of the day, you're going to want to turn off that little boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea, Scotty. She said Brother needs to have a fill button to erase all I have outlined. Yeah. And Ann wants to know the name of the videos I mentioned. So you can look at my channel, Power Tools with Thread. You can search Design Center on my channel. Sorry, there's my dog. You can search Design Center on my channel or Luminaire, and I've got playlists for that. So also you can check out Terry Maffitt's channel. It's called Just Stitching with the Brother Luminaire. She teaches you stuff more than just embroidery. She does a lot of stuff with sewing and a lot. She is very good, but her husband had some medical issues a couple years ago, and so she stopped doing her channel as much. But Jean, girlfriend, look at this. Woo! Tell him he gets the Husband of the Day award. What a guy. He's a keeper. Kim, I don't know about that. I'd have to play with, I don't think so. The top button above the width looks like nodes to connect lines that do not connect, maybe. I don't know. So Cindy wants to know about metallic thread for stippling. Yes, you certainly can. However, if you're going to use metallic thread at all, ever, I've got some. I'm going to show you. Y'all need to use It's by Designs and Machine Embroidery. I've got a link for Designs and Machine Embroidery below. You need to get this thread. It's called King Star. Dime is the only one that carries it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Carla. I need to save right before I send to embroidery. That's a good. Thank you. I need to save right before I send to embroidery if I wanted to do the bottom part. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. When you were designing this in Essentials, couldn't you do this stippling in there? Yes, I certainly could, Betsy. Absolutely. So a lot of the times what I do, guys, is I will do and show something because not everybody has everything and they might only have a part of it. And I don't want people to feel like, well, if I don't have this and that, then I can't do what she's doing. So I try to show you guys how to do things pretty much at the basic level. But anyway, King Star metallic thread. This is the best in the industry. It doesn't kink and break. I have my first demo video I did with King Star was a Christmas tree ornament. It was an angel in freestanding lace from Designs by Juju. And I even put it in the bobbin. So the angel looked the same front and back. It was incredible. And it didn't break one time. That was when I first found my love for King Star. So this thread, if you're going to do any metallic at all, save yourself loads of frustration and money and just buy King Star right off the bat. It's only Designs and Machine Embroidery carries it. Best in the industry. It's the way it's made. It wraps around rice paper or silk or something like that, the way they make it. This is the same metallic decorative thread that is used. It comes from Japan, that is used to make those gorgeous kimonos that they do with all, the beautiful stitching on it. Same stuff. So Dime hit it out of the park on that one. There is a way in XP to add background fills around your design. That just got hidden without having to erase. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, Rita, thank you. That's very helpful. I'll have to look into that. See, I don't know everything. This is why I rely on you guys too. I'm not a brother educator. I don't know everything. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. Bring your design into Design Center. It's much easier. Oh, okay. I'll have to play with that and figure that out. That's neat. Oh, poor Kim. See, she broke her needle threader on the Stellaire using bad metallic thread. Yeah, that's an expensive boo-boo to get that repaired. Yeah, you don't want to do that. But okay, yes, Gail. She got her King Star from her embroidery store and they have it at your Bernina store. Yes. They are distributors for Designs and Machine Embroidery. Yeah, they are resellers for Dime. But Dime is the only company that has the manufacturing on this. Dime is not the only place you can get it, but like you can go to all brands and buy this too. So they resell Dime products. They are resellers for Dime. Yeah. But you can get them at your quilt store, or your embroidery store. Oh, goodness sakes. All right. Well, you guys, our hour is up. This has been a lot of fun this morning. I hope you picked up a couple tips. Thank you for spending your morning with me. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget, if you are interested in the Flexi Spot desk, there is a code below where you can get $30 off of a purchase of 500 or more. I've got to do an official video for it, but I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek. So I'm very, very happy with it. Daisy wants to know if I use Glide. Yes, ma'am. Love that stuff. I use Isacord. I use Brilliant, Dime's Exquisite, and Glide. This hour does go by fast, Evelyn. Evelyn, I hope you enjoyed it. You asked me yesterday about the desk, and so there you go. All right. All right, you guys, we will talk to you soon. I will see you tomorrow in our Stitchuation room, 7 a.m. Central. Thank you for spending your time with me. Y'all go sew something. Bye.